shot poorly today in disc golf.
Yep, shot real poor.
What do you mean real poor? Like how bad is real poor?
Like a plus 15.
Why didn't you just stop halfway through?
I'm trying
I feel like you should have realized at one point or another it wasn't going well.
You try and just not focus on that. And you're like, well, there's things I could work on. So I'm just going to keep pushing through.
What were you struggling with?
Throwing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I put that together considering that's what disc golf is.
Yeah.
I mean, was there a specific spot that you were like having an issue with?
Oh, it's holes 1 through 9.
So, yeah. Okay, well, that narrowed it down.
Yeah.
So it was that bad.
Yeah. It was bad.
Jesus.
Bugs are starting to come out like a motherfucker, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've had ants crawling in here already.
And then I threw a disc out of rage and I had to go down in the creek, and all of a sudden I heard some rustling in the leaves, and I look over, a fucking snake. God, I hate snakes.
What kind of snake?
It was a pretty big garter snake.
So barely a snake. Garter snake is literally about the smallest snake in Iowa.
I've seen some pretty meaty ones. My backyard is an absolute home for them. I don't know why.
Are they a garter snake or are
they're
they
a garter snake?
Are they something else? Because there's one time when I was a kid, I thought I was picking up a garter snake and it had an orange belly, and it wasn't a garter snake.
Nope, these are all pretty mildly yellow bellies, 2 yellow stripes down the back.
Yep.
It's rare when I mow the grass once or twice a week, if I don't kick one up. Scares the hell out of me. And then I'm like, there's a snake nest in my yard.
I've never had any snakes in my yard.
Oh, God. Every year, I lived in that house 5 years now. Every time I mow.
What's the address?
Where are we at right now? I don't know what it is. Apparently, something about that hill. Scott said that when Jeremy Hopkins still lived there, he'd bitch about snakes in his yard too, and he lived on the same hill I did.
No, there must be something there then.
I don't know.
Like a small ravine or some sort of creek or something.
It's so bad now that I'm thinking about going to buy one of those fake owls and putting it on one of my fence posts, because that's one of the natural predators of a snake.
Yeah, but I don't know that a snake...
Do snakes really look up?
That's what I was just about to say. I don't really know that snakes look up and they would have such good eyesight that they'd be able to see an owl.
And my stupid dogs, you'd think it'd be like one of those Jack Russell Terriers running out there and they just rip it up, fling it around like a churro.
I'm surprised that you have snakes in your yard with the fact that you've got dog piss. I mean, usually
I don't know.
Animals stay...
Sometimes I'll even go out in my yard and piss on the perimeters to see if that works.
Like, I've got a ton of rabbits around here, but they won't lay their babies in the backyard very often. Sometimes they do.
I had a rabbit nest dead center in the middle of my backyard. No cover, no nothing. So weird.
When they do that, it's because they have had several litters eaten by raccoons. So then they'll go find a yard with a dog in it because raccoons don't go in yards with dogs. So then they'll lay their litter in the middle of the yard.
I mean, I'm sure they like my backyard because it's 6-foot privacy fence surrounding it. So, I mean, there's nothing really getting in. Never had a raccoon in the backyard. But every morning, I have this same rabbit. It's got to be the same rabbit. Every morning, same time, let the dogs out. I have to watch that rabbit run for its life around the perimeter of the fence. The dog has flipped it in the air a couple times. I'm like, this rabbit's fucking dumb.
The dog has actually caught the rabbit?
Well, I don't know if the rabbit's gotten stupid or if the dogs have gotten smarter, because now the basset hound will sit there by the door and wait while Ellie chases it around the perimeter, almost like funneling it towards the one dog. They're working in tandem now.
Yep. They're pretty smart.
I was like, this rabbit is definitely going to get fucked one day.
Yep. I've watched a couple rabbits get their neck broke around here.
Oh, I'm sure my dogs, they won't hunt snakes. They won't hurt a snake, but they want that rabbit.
My dogs never seem to hurt any rabbits until I tell them to put it down. Like, they'll just like be nuzzling around and stuff and have it in their mouth, and I'll look and I'll go, hey, put it down. And she every time will just give it a little shake.
Into an Easter episode?
Ooh, little Easter bunnies.
Everything came together.
Killed. Are you going to do an Easter egg challenge? Are you eating eggs or what?
I mean, Easter's on Sunday.
Well, yeah, but so what?
I don't know. I'm kind of off it.
I mean, we don't have to. I mean, we don't have to do it on Easter. It can just be an egg challenge.
Do you remember those old Jell-O eggs? Where the fuck did those come from?
Jell-O eggs?
Yeah. Do we have to make those or do we buy those?
I think both. You can make them, but I think you can also buy them.
You don't remember Jell-O eggs?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they came in like a bunch of different colors, and I mean, I don't know why I remember that from Easter. Jell-O eggs.
No, I never had those. I mean, I've had tons of Jell-O, but never, I guess, in different.
Why have you eaten tons of Jell-O?
I like Jell-O.
Like chilled?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you have to chill Jell-O in order for it to set.
You know what the worst part about Jell-O is when you get like that real like a textury piece.
Foam?
I don't know. But like as it congeals, you have that one piece that's kind of got like texture on the outside of it, and you eat it, you can definitely tell that's not like a normal piece of Jell-O.
What texture? What are you talking about texture?
I don't know. You'll bite into one piece of Jell-O and it's not like, a nice smooth cube. Has kind of ripples on the outside. You're like, I'm done with this Jell-O.
It just sounds like a piece that got like dried out.
I don't know. It's fucking gross.
Do you have an issue?
I always thought it was fun swallowing a Jell-O whole.
Yeah, that tracks. You found it fun?
Yeah, because it went down so easy.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Jesus
like
Christ.
It's like, God, my body's amazing. Watch this. Good.
Good Lord.
I encourage you to try it next time you got a bowl of Jell-O.
Okay, but you can just, I mean, you don't have to chew it because it's Jell-O, so it basically falls apart.
You just kind of
There's no need to swallow it whole. There's no need.
I don't know. Chewing Jell-O seems weird. I mean, you're just breaking it up into smaller Jell-O pieces. Just swallow the whole fucking thing.
I only use chew because I couldn't think of a better word, but really what you do is you kind of break it apart with your tongue, right? I mean, you put it in your mouth, you put it in there, and you kind of just push your tongue vertical towards the roof of your mouth, and it kind of just breaks apart, and then you swallow it.
Yeah, but
you don't chew it.
As you're fucking within your mouth, I can see how it's definitely easy for it to just kind of go back.
Well, right. I mean, everybody swallowed a too big a piece of Jell-O. Like they were like, "Oh," but
it's like the one thing you can swallow whole, and you're like, "Oh, that didn't hurt at all," and I feel fine.
There isn't many people that just grab Jell-O, huge pieces of it, shove it in their mouth, with the intention of swallowing it.
It's not like an enormous piece. It's not like I just made a bowl of Jell-O. It's just this big half sphere. It's little cube pieces. You're swallowing the whole cube.
It depends on the size of the cube, right?
But I mean, I probably have had Jell-O in 20 years.
You haven't had Jell-O in 20 years?
I don't think so.
Weird.
It's like when you go to the Chinese restaurant. I'm not going to go
try
to
my dessert?
No.
Well, you would have had Jell-O then.
I heard it lacked peaches, so.
Well, I mean, it's an orange dessert, so it did lack peaches. Yes. God, that fucking guy. You didn't much care for it. Not enough peaches. There's no fucking peaches in it, dumbass.
I didn't get many positive reviews on it.
I got tons of positive reviews.
All I heard was the negative ones.
A couple. Yeah, I know that's all you hear. Yeah, I got a couple negative reviews.
Is that going to change how you make it or no?
No, and they were mainly texture, which is the main reason why people would complain about
That's probably
Jell-O.
based on the individual, though.
Right. I mean, people don't like cottage cheese because of the texture, not because of like the flavor. People don't like cheesecake because of the texture, not because of the flavor. I mean, you can have a flavor anything.
Cottage cheese is also something that you swallow whole.
In a roundabout, I feel like you do about the same thing that you do to Jell-O. I mean, you do look like someone that swallows their food whole. Yes.
Like a snake.
Yeah. You have an aversion to snakes, but that's only because you think of yourself as a snake. And snakes eat other snakes. So you're like, I gotta get away. And don't give me the look they do. So.
I think it's because as a kid, whenever my dad would make us have one spoonful of everything he made.
Okay.
So like he make green beans, You have to have at least one spoonful. You're not opting out of anything. You have
Like
to have,
at dinner.
At dinner time.
Okay.
And you did not leave that table till it was gone. That one spoonful.
Okay.
And so my way of getting around it was just gut that shit. So sitting there swallowing green beans whole. I'm swallowing everything fucking whole.
There's plenty of pictures of me just passed out at the dinner table. My mom and dad didn't do that, but Grandpa did. Anytime I was at Grandma and Grandpa's, and it was only to teach you to not take more than you wanted to eat. That's all my grandpa was trying to teach. It wasn't, anything other than that. Is you only take what you need.
So even if it was something that you liked, but you took too much, you
have to eat it all before you leave. Right? So, you're going to take things that you like. Most of the time, Grandma fixed things that we liked. It's just like, you'd be like, oh, I want 2 pieces of chicken. Then you fucking eat one, and one's left. And he's looking at you, giving you that look like,
better eat the chicken.
You could be here a while then, ain't you?
My brother'd be that way where he would sit there all night and they wouldn't even re-warm up the food.
No.
Like you're going to, you should have ate it when it was hot. And now you're going to sit here and eat cold green beans.
There's probably at least 1 or 2 pictures of me for sure passed out at the plate, like right on the plate.
Oh, I want to do that so bad with my son, but my wife will not let me do it.
That's not your son. No, I'm just kidding. That's her son, dude. She makes the rules, bro. It's your son because, it looks like you. It couldn't look less like you.
I don't know. He came out looking a little Chinese. You never know what to expect with your first kid when it comes out. Because, it comes out, and you're like, this is going to look exactly like me. It's going to be love at first sight. None of those things happen.
They're not supposed to happen to the man. That's not who they're supposed to happen to.
You see some dads that, they get either, excited, emotional. Some even probably cry. Yeah. First thing I looked at when I saw my kid, I'm like, it doesn't really look like me.
Well, it's not gonna right away. But if you see a picture of him now, it's clear as fucking.
You don't know what to expect when that first squeezes out.
Maybe that's why she hates you so much. No. Because he looks so much like you.
Because she just gave birth to a small me.
Yeah, she knows that no matter what, she'll never, ever get rid of you. There's no way to get rid of you because he's going to be around longer than she is.
Well, you kind of turn your head and you looked at him and you're just like, maybe the more I turn my head, the maybe the more it'll look like me. Like, fuck, he looks a little Asian.
A little Asian. I think babies probably all look semi-Asian when they come out.
I'm sure he was kind of crammed in there and whatever goes on inside. I just had to let him inflate a little, I guess.
Let him inflate a little, yeah. Let him get a little bit more like his dad.
It's like a balloon. It's all, wrinkly. You just got to put some air into it. So
you got plenty of air.
Yeah?
Could lose a few lbs of air.
Nah.
You've been babying that cocktail.
I think you put more whiskey in mine.
I made it all at one time and then split it evenly. So whilst you could have more alcohol by volume, because there's more in there volume-wise maybe, there's no more alcohol.
It's a stiff drink.
You like them stiff, don't you?
Yeah.
My recipe is 2 ounces per drink.
Did you use a shaker?
I don't have a shaker anymore.
Otherwise, you would have.
No, I did. I got a copper cup that I used for mules and shit.
Yeah.
And I stuck it, and it actually it'll fit right on top of my Yeti mug, my aluminum Yeti mug. Shaker, baby.
Should we clarify to Mike what a mule is?
It's just a type of drink.
What is it? Vodka, ginger beer, lime.
Yeah, I think so. And I don't. It might be gin. Also,
is it? They get you really fucked up because they're really good.
Yeah. No, it's probably vodka because it's a Moscow mule, so it's Russian. So yeah, it's probably vodka.
Vodka, ginger beer, and lime.
It's pretty good, actually.
Super good. It'll be fun to watch Mike drink one of these.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't strike me as someone that gets out of control when he drinks.
Would you say you average one drink a year?
Hang on. He strikes me as someone that maybe has a couple drinks and then makes a couple bad decisions. But they're not like because he's getting out of control.
I've never been drunk.
That doesn't make any sense.
Not really.
I feel like you can't even be a tri-alpha and then say that. I've never been drunk.
It's not my.
How do you know you
Got
don't
a lot
like
of
it?
stuff in your mustache, and it's really throwing me off.
Is it pizza or is it foam?
It's foam.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It was really fucking throwing you still going. Yeah. There you go. Just wipe the whole thing.
Mustache is too long. Can't feel shit. So you say you don't average one drink a year? Is it less or more? Well, I guess it can't be less, but
Way less.
well, I guess it could be zero. Average 0 drinks a year.
I feel like you'd like this too.
No, I think this is too stiff for Mikey.
I've heard that 1,000 times.
What, a whiskey sour?
No, just
Or just
you like
any
it.
drink.
You like
Every
it.
time someone has a drink, they're like,
Do you just
I like this.
Just try it, man.
so do you just not like the taste of alcohol? Like that alcohol is really what it is? Well, no, that's what I mean. That's fine.
Do you have a backstory that you never told us?
Nope.
It's just
Well, no, yeah. I just wondered, like, if you were like 5 years old and you like accidentally drank a half a bottle of vodka and got alcohol poisoning. It's like ever since then you're like, I just can't. Like, I see alcohol and I just think I'm gonna die.
tried to get into the liquor cabinet. My dad Spartan kicked me across the room.
So when I was in high school, obviously it got brought up a lot why I don't drink. I just didn't because I didn't like the taste. And then when I got into my 20s, a lot of people didn't believe me. And then now in my 30s, people think I'm an alcoholic because I don't drink.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I've been asked a bunch of times to go,
Like, oh, this guy's definitely been in rehab.
yes, that now as I get older, everybody thinks that I'm an alcoholic. That's not the
Yeah.
case. I just don't like
It
alcohol.
would actually be funnier if you did get like a 9-year chip or some shit like that and just keep it in your pocket. And anytime anyone was like, do you want a drink? You could just like pull it out. And then you don't have to have the fucking story or nothing. They just be like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, that's awesome for you. And then you even get points, you know? They'd be like, wow, I'm really proud of you, man.
What if you just
Jesus
found something
Christ.
that you really, really liked?
That's what I did, though. I mean, originally it was, you know,
shit, they even make alcoholic Mountain Dew now.
you know, it's high school, you binge drink. I mean, obviously you don't have anything that you like.
you just drink
Everything
everything.
is drank as quickly as possible, so it didn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
There's a few pictures of me chugging Jack Daniels, but that's never ended well. I was never a big beer person. Everybody liked beer. I didn't like beer. Beer filled me up way too quick, and I ended up getting sick most times. I would just throw up because I just wouldn't feel well. But if I can drink whiskey's my favorite, or bourbon
Until you
day.
pass out.
All day. It makes me feel good. Like, it's the kind of drunk that makes me feel good. Whiskey always has. But that's what my family drinks. I mean, that's what my mom drinks, what my grandma drinks. Straight just whiskey. Mom drinks whiskey and Diet Pepsi. My grandma's straight just drink whiskey with a little bit of water in it.
I always thought that was weird. People would add water to their drinks.
Yeah.
It's like, just let the ice cube melt a little bit. You're fine.
I think it's just like an old school way of avoiding like a migraine or a headache.
Because then you're still getting water.
You're still, well, you are.
I mean,
You are drinking
Yes.
water if you mix water into it. Because most shaken drinks, like, I mean, just like you found out, I mean, even the ice cubes won't melt. Because when you shake it, the friction inside the aluminum, you know, that's like how they make ice cream.
you know what's
know what I'm
super
saying?
cool
It
is
makes
those
it
round
colder.
ice cubes.
Yeah, it's okay. You actually want ice cubes that have edges on them. Because then when you shake them, you get more of a mixture.
The clinky.
It's just more of like a mixture. You know what I mean? Because a couple round ones, they're just gonna roll around in there. They don't.
Probably just more for aesthetic.
Yeah, they're dumb anyway. It's a waste of money. No one cares what their fucking ice cube looks like.
Yeah, I do.
Most of the time, if it's an ice cube that has a big shape, it's huge, and all that means is you're getting less drink.
Well, I'm assuming if you're going to a place that does that, you're probably overpaying for that drink anyway.
Most of the time, it's a Collins cube, is what they call it. And it'll be like in a tall glass, and that cube will be a rectangle.
Collins Robinson.
Tell who that is.
Colin Robinson?
Yeah. Who's that?
Nate? Yeah. Colin Robinson, the energy vampire. What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, I've never watched that show.
Oh, you should watch it because then you get to know me.
You've said that before.
Yeah.
Well, you get to know me. Yeah.
And he plays Nate from The Office.
I'll watch that. You watch Star Trek.
No, it's not fair. It's not similar.
Yes, it is, because
No, it's
then
not.
you would get to know me.
Who do you think you are in Star Trek?
I didn't say I'm anybody in particular. You just get to
How
know
am I going to
me.
get to know you?
You'll see. You'll watch
God.
it. You'll watch the entire first season of Next Generation. And
Oh,
go, okay.
God. No. Watching What We Do in the Shadows is going to be way easier for you than me watching Star Trek.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Huh. 'Cause you need intense storyline and dicks.
Or a very loose storyline with crude humor.
So Ant-Man's your favorite movie?
There's no dicks.
No, there's no dicks. God damn
Just
it.
Paul Rudd.
Is he a dick?
I don't know. He may or may not be, but it seemed like
nice.
like a fine joke to make.
Oh.
If anyone did think he was a dick.
Oh, okay. Inside joke for the few people that he's been an asshole to.
I was saying today how I watched House Bunny last night. You ever seen that?
No. That's what I was just going to say. It's weird that you said the title of the movie like it's a well-known thing.
I don't.
It sounded like you were talking about a porno.
House
I watched
Bunny?
House Bunny last night. I figured, okay. I don't know why you're telling me what you jerked off to, but I guess we're going there.
That'd be like Backdoor Sluts 9.
Whoa.
So
Yeah. It's probably not what it says.
Backdoor Sluts 9.
Yeah, no, that's not what. That's
Oh,
not
for
what,
sure.
That's not what you click on. No,
I bet there is a Backdoor Sluts
oh,
9.
I guarantee there's
it's on
something.
South Park.
Yeah,
Was
there's-
it?
Yes.
Is that where everyone gets it from?
Because you can't think of anything original, so of course it came from somewhere.
Well, I couldn't recall
That's
where
not the link you click on, for sure.
No.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about what link you click on.
You don't think they're interested?
MPW knows what link you clicked on.
Along with the work Wi-Fi. So
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I thought you didn't do that.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah, I pass.
Line.
So you like, so I got this question for you. I guess it kind of relates. We'll just stay in this crude sense. Are you a over the fence or through the fence peer?
What does it
Is
even
this a
mean?
question that we had discussed
Am I
at
supposed
work
to
when you
interpret
weren't?
it for myself and then just give an answer?
It's something that we were discussing at work. You weren't around. There's a few people around. It's over the fence means do you unbuckle your pants, pull like the front of your pants down, or maybe even the whole front of your your whole pants down to pee, or do you just simply unzip the pants, use the flap in your underwear, and pee? How do you do that?
So in the second one, you're not even.
I just don't understand why it's so confusing.
In the second one, you're not even unbuttoning your pants. You're just zipping down and pulling
Correct.
it through.
Yes.
On the first one.
Okay, so you do the like if you were right. Okay.
Yeah. Undo the belt, undo your button, zip it down,
Unzip
pull
it.
your underwear down,
Wow.
and go.
From the guy that stands up to wipe his ass.
Are there some people that do that? That just purely unzip their pants, pull their dick through their underwear opening, and pee?
Yeah, I do sometimes. Yeah.
Why?
What was the original question? Because I thought it was, do you wash your hands before?
Yeah, you're correct. Right, and that's what was the follow-up question, which is actually the original question, which was do you wash your hands before or after you pee, or both?
I do wash them after.
So you touch your dick with the dirty hands.
If I know how dirty my hands are, then I will. Like, if I went to go piss in your bathroom right now, no, I'm not washing my hands before. My hands are fine. But if I'm coming, if I'm... It's just grease on your dick.
Okay, yeah.
Gives a shit.
Just pepperoni grease on my dick.
It's like extra lube. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's like
so it's a case by case thing.
It's like off Dodgeball when Ben Stiller puts the pizza down his pants.
Yeah. So it's case by case then.
Yes. If you look at your hands and they're just black with dirt,
right?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna wash my hands.
Okay.
I have washed. Looking at them like, this could lead to further problems. So
okay, yeah, yeah, further problems.
Oh.
Is your question on topic with this or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think cavemen ate pussy?
I'd imagine much like the current population, there will be some that do and some that don't. I mean, they're cavemen.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So it's like, you think it's funny that you think a caveman would go, oh, babe, I think you need to go shower real quick. Are you insane? They're like, because you're basically cavemen are like, you're like referring to Neanderthals.
Yeah.
They're very animalistic.
Right. They're very animalistic. So it's
Right,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
There's a wolf go, hey, babe, I'm going to need you to go sit in that pond over there for 25 minutes and then come back to me. No. Animals don't care. So I'm imagining yes, but in a sense, no, because animals routinely fuck for reproduction, not pleasure. But because Neanderthals are that cross, I'm assuming you get a little bit of mixture of like Skylar and a little bit of, Quentin. Great.
I just don't think they did. I think because, like, today it's a fairly common thing where
right.
I think they were so underdeveloped mentally that they're still pretty animalistic where
Correct.
the man is out there, he's building a home. He's fast or,
So when do you think this all started then?
I think it was like an Old West thing. Hold on. Let me finish my thought.
Okay.
So,
because there's
you didn't let me finish.
God damn it.
Let me know when it's my turn.
Let
me know when it's my turn.
Go ahead. I'll just let you go for it. Run, Skylar.
You see all these visuals of guys sitting in a saloon and all these whores coming down trying to take them upstairs. I think at one point, just a super wasted cowboy took one of the whores upstairs, had so much to drink. He's like, I wonder what that shit tastes like. I want to eat that pussy.
You think it took that long for humans, like in their current form, it took humans that long. It took man that long. At this point, we've built homes already. We've started to build society. You think it took us that long for
That was covered wagons and tents time.
Dude, yeah, in America it was.
Okay.
In the rest of the world, like in Europe,
I don't know what was going on over there at that time.
What do you mean you don't know what was going on over there at that time?
I don't think they were that much more ahead of us.
Oral sex dates back to ancient Egypt.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. You have to go back to like ancient Rome and Egypt because they were fucking all the time.
Well, that proves my point because ancient Egypt, ancient Egypt came after cavemen. So
okay, but
back to the original argument, cavemen
way before Western.
Wait, do you know when the Wild West happened?
Yeah, I'm curious. What time in human history did the West happen? I'm curious.
like the late 1800s.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Do you know when Egypt happened?
Yeah, do you know in like ancient Egypt? And I don't mean like
That's BC, right?
I mean
Yeah.
it's BCE technically, before current era is what it's called now.
You're
No.
referring to.
Before Christ.
Before Christ, yes. Yeah.
When did they go to BCE?
When the rest of the world was like, I don't know, I believe this story.
I never heard that in the news.
Well, that's not surprising either.
When I was in school, it was still before Christ.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's BCE now. It's called before
Is it?
current
Have you
era.
heard that too? Fuck.
Yeah. They've thrown Christ out, dude. Baby in the bathwater. They're just, fuck it.
But yeah, back to the caveman is that they were exerting so much energy just trying to stay alive. I just don't think their first thought was,
Right. Hey,
I'm just going to do a little bit of foreplay and eat that pussy. He's like, no.
I
Me
get-
fuck. Me fuck. Go sleep.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't that your same approach?
But wouldn't you
Don't
think
fix
that, like,
what's not broke.
yeah, the animals would have the same, like, these animals smell each other.
Okay.
Right? I mean, so they do
Just 'cause
that
of-
already. I mean, they're not doing it for a prolonged period of time. There's plenty of, like, where the male walks up to the female and kind of sniffs around and maybe gives a few little, what's going on here?
You think when a dog is sniffing another dog's ass, that's equivalent to that dog eating another dog's
No,
pussy?
that's not what I said.
That's what I
At
took
all.
out of
I'm
it.
glad that Mike's shaking his head no, because I'm glad it didn't come out that way to everybody. That's not what I said. Like, while the female dog is in heat, you don't think the male does anything at all at any moment.
No, I think he just gets on back and goes.
No,
He's got to sniff her butt and shit to make sure, like, yeah, I can tell she's ready to go.
you know that he's not fucking her ass, right?
I'm aware of that, but he's back there in the asshole
So he's not
region.
smelling her ass. In this scenario, he's not smelling her ass, is he?
I don't
he would be-
get what you're trying to say.
I'm just saying that, like, in the animal world,
I don't think that's dog foreplay.
How do you know? You dog?
I don't think that's dog foreplay.
No. Maybe it is. maybe dogs like it. Let's ask Mike.
I am the dog.
Jesus. Fuck, dude.
So, no, my official stance is that maybe a select few, but I would say no. I don't think most cavemen ate
No,
pussy.
right. I that's what I said. You said not at all, and I said
I hate to say
that a
all of
select
them.
few
I hate
did.
to say all of them didn't.
You jumped the fence real fast.
No.
Yeah, yes, you fucking did.
Okay, I'll say
I wish we had a rewind.
one out of
Active
every
rewind.
100 cavemen maybe ate pussy.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And he may have been a little different than the
Okay.
rest of the cavemen.
Hey, well, sweet. Well, I'm glad we got here.
Do you see my point?
Yes.
Okay.
I can. It's my
it's
point.
no.
Yes, I do see. I convinced you to come over to the smart side.
No.
Yeah.
You're acting like it was a norm, like back in the cave. They're just
That's
like,
not what I said. That's not what I said at all. You'll know because you'll rewatch this or you'll re-listen to this episode.
I don't re-listen
You'll be
to the
like,
episodes."
God damn it.
No.
He's right.
no.
This one you will.
I'm staying on. I don't think they ate pussy.
You 5 seconds ago, before you said that, said that a select few did. And now you're saying none. Do you hear what the fuck you do with your own words?
Nope. I am not gonna give up on myself. Going back to it. None of them did. Not doing it.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not even gonna give you the 1 out of 100. 0 out of 100 ate pussy.
Okay. Good God.
How-
You need to run for senator.
How dare me doubt myself?
Yeah, good God, dude. I mean, what the fuck just happened there?
I'll take that point. So
You can have it. I'll let you have it because I don't want to argue about it anymore. The more we talk about it, you'll be like, yeah, you're right. You know what? Maybe it's 2 out of 100 now that I think about it. What about 1 out of 1,000?
No. I'm not even going to give you that. It was probably frowned upon back then.
Yeah, they were like, oh, you're gross.
How dare you? Don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it, but do it.
No. Don't ask me if it's okay. Just don't do it. What else you got?
What else do I have? Those were my 2 questions. I mean, I had, the disc golf, if you liked the discs or not, but you never actually looked at them.
You didn't make me aware of them until just recently.
Oh.
I wasn't even sure they're a real thing until just
I
now.
definitely told you before the podcast started being recorded. So, but that's
well,
fine.
assumed it was a lunch bag, so.
Yeah, but you said to make fun of me because we're recording and you think it'd be funny to make fun of me of something that I actually didn't say at all.
It's always funny to make fun of you, regardless of recording or not.
Right. But you made this one up completely. I just wanted to point it out to anybody that's listening. I didn't actually say that.
Say what?
That it was a lunch bag.
No.
And you said originally that you knew it wasn't a lunch bag, that's what you call them.
After you told me that's what it was.
Super cool guy group
Yeah.
of discers that you call it a lunch bag.
I mean, I used to wear one. And then you graduate.
I feel like a lot of the times that we have discussions, a lot of them aren't recorded. But the majority of the time, by the time the end of the conversations happen, it's like you agree with what I'm saying. Like at first you disagree and you take strong stance on it. You give me all kinds of examples. But then by the end you end up saying almost exactly what I said at the beginning, as if you came up with it, laughing at me like I made up the first thing that you said.
Like when you said there's 400 apples per liter of apple juice.
Yeah, I was just, no.
Yeah.
I didn't say liter, did I?
You said a container of apple juice.
I didn't even say a container, did I?
What, do you want a whole garbage can full of apple juice?
I was just giving an example that it takes more apples than one to make even 1 glass of apple juice, right? Because you fucking know that.
Yeah, but you jumped to 400.
Yeah, but you're like, okay, I'm just using a number that's larger
that was
for
a
your
lot.
brain to understand. I feel like getting too low, you'd start to go, oh, what? So like a glass is what, 1 apple or something?
Yeah,
So I had to use the example of 400 so your brain would interpret, oh, he means a lot.
Then you did the opposite and you went way too high, and I'm like,
Right, it
Jesus
was
fuck,
way
I
too-
even know that.
It was way too high. How many do you think's in a liter? Go.
Like 20 apples, 30 apples.
I mean, it's a fair guess.
Yeah.
It's less than that,
Thanks.
I found out.
Okay.
But
I'm in the ballpark.
apples contain an actual fair amount of water. More than it seems like the rest of them do.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like you get the same amount of juice per other.
And that was just off the
Fruits.
top of my head, and you jumped to 400.
I didn't even, we weren't talking about a liter. Right?
I don't know. You could have given me a more plausible number because that was stupid.
Well, you're right. It was stupid.
Do better.
I should have known that we were talking about a liter. I could have gave you a better guess.
Well, no shit. When you buy apple juice, you pretty much you buy it by the liter.
I don't know that that's true. Do you only, I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Because most apple juice, I feel like, is consumed in juice boxes.
No.
Or small like the little Dole fucking, what are they, like 10 ounce or 8 ounce little bottles?
Shit, no.
What do you mean shit? No. Most little kids drink apple juice.
No, when you...
Do you still drink apple juice?
No.
Okay. So you don't then buy any.
I do. I buy the liter for my kid, so that way I can put it in his sippy cup buy it by the liter.
Okay.
I'll take that point too.
Take it. Yeah. Have that one.
It takes 2 apples to make 1 bottle of 10-ounce apple juice.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually read that. I had the AI work out the problem for me.
It takes 25 apples to make 1 bottle of 128-ounce apple juice.
How many ounces are in a liter?
Here. Says, you ask it for a 1 liter bottle. It says it takes about 1.5 to 2 kilograms of apples to make 1 liter of apple juice. And obviously the exact amount would vary on the apple, the ripeness, obviously. So then I just asked how many apples are 2 kilograms. So you go with the max number. And then it says, obviously, it varies yet again because it depends on the apple that you're talking about, but that it's roughly 11 to 12 apples to make 175 grams, which would then be the equal to 2 kilograms.
Huh. Now we know.
So a dozen.
A dozen apples.
A dozen apples for a liter, which is actually pretty impressive if you think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A liter is it's a pretty large bottle. 12 apples.
You were off by a lot.
I was off. Like I said, I don't think that we were talking about a specific volume size, but...
I would say that too if I was so wrong.
Yep. Well,
You said 30.
yeah, you said 30.
Well, it's like the Price is Right as long... Well, shit.
Oh, you're over.
Well, I'm still under
Dumbass.
you, so. Oh.
Yeah.
Way closer than you.
I found some old shoes that are new shoes, kind of.
What are you talking about?
These ones I got on. You like them?
Yeah.
Mike
Love
likes
them.
them.
Do you like
shaking his
them?
head? Yeah.
Like the neon.
It's too bright.
Too bright.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much are those worth?
I have no idea. I've had these for a long time.
Oh, God.
They're worth 12 apples.
apples. Oh.
You want to talk about the UFC WWE merger?
We can talk about it, but I feel like you're going to talk about it. I don't know what I'm going to contribute to that.
I don't know.
What do you want me to say?
You don't
about
watch either?
I don't watch WWE.
Okay.
Don't watch MMA unless somebody breaks a leg. Then I'll go watch the highlight of it.
Okay.
That's about it. I mean,
But then,
what-
you're not
what
going to have any thoughts
what
on
is
that.
what does the merger mean?
I mean, it means
You're gonna have Roman Reigns out there in the octagon or what?
well, potentially, because the issue of always having it go back and forth was because their contracts are like non-negotiable. They don't allow you to go anywhere else. Whereas now, if they're owned by the same company, those contracts can be, a little bit easier to go back and forth. So then Brock Lesnar, we'll just use him as the example, can fight in both UFC and WWE simultaneously as long as the UFC still upholds the drug testing. Because if they don't do drug testing, then we open the gates.
This is only going to benefit the UFC. It's not going to benefit the WWE
Correct.
at all. So basically what's going to happen is these fighters, now that WWE has their own filming company, they do a lot of movies and stuff. You're going to see UFC fighters, especially when they get older, in my opinion, they're going to become WWE wrestlers. I don't think you're going to see Roman Reigns go fight in the octagon.
No, it gives
I
them
think it's the
a place
opposite.
to land after the UFC.
Plus, the WWE has guaranteed contracts so I don't know if that'll do anything. But I think you're going to see UFC fighters,
Me too.
like AKA Ken
It's a good
Shamrock,
retirement- it's a
Ronda
good
Rousey.
retirement
It
plan.
is. Brock Lesnar obviously did the opposite. I mean, even Bobby Lashley left and went and fought in the UFC. CM Punk. But yeah, I think this is going to benefit the UFC. I don't think it's really going to change anything for the WWE.
Well, it doesn't, because you'd have, like I said, you'd have to enter into, I believe it's like 6 months or maybe a year worth of USADA testing before you can even fight in the UFC.
Well, it doesn't make sense if they did both at the same time, because couldn't they get seriously injured fighting, and then they're not going to be able to go be on TV and
Well, right.
all that
but
acting.
I mean, I would assume that if you're like a big star UFC and you're making an appearance, you're not like in a match that you're like the guy that like shows up all of a sudden and like punches someone and pins them real fast and calls it a day. And it's more of like a cameo than it is, you know, a fight.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know how that is.
Yeah. I will. Me and Mike will definitely let you know how it goes.
You're going to put some serious cash on some WWE fighters on FanDuel.
You'd be stupid to put money on a WWE, and I don't think they take odds on WWE because they know it's fixed.
So if Roman Reigns goes and gets in the octagon, you're going to drop some serious cash.
Depends on who he's fighting. I mean, that's even the thing with Brock Lesnar. Everybody was running their mouth. I mean, dude, just because these guys fight in the WWE, don't make the, you know, assumption that they don't know how to protect themselves. You're talking about dudes that are like 6'5", 250 pounds with almost zero body fat, that are on all kinds of shit. They rip your arm off your body. So, I mean, they're pure strength alone.
I still imagine they're getting their shit rocked in MMA.
Well, they do. I mean, like Brock Lesnar, when he fucking first got that first big couple shots to the face, you could see that his eyes lit up a little bit like, oh, that's what that's really like. But as you watched his career progress in UFC, he figured out, okay, I can take a couple shots and then I've got a hold of you and then it's over with because I'm as big as a doorway, as I like to say.
Brock Lesnar is the only wrestler I can think of who left WWE, went MMA, and was successful. He was a champion.
He's probably the only one with the pedigree that would be able to transfer. There's probably only... I mean, if Kurt Angle wouldn't have busted his neck 5 times, he probably would have been a pretty decent MMA fighter.
Yeah, Kurt. So a lot of these wrestlers come from a collegiate background in wrestling. So that does help, obviously, in MMA.
A lot of UFC guys say that's the number one thing to have is a wrestling background.
Yeah, so I mean, I mentioned CM Punk. He left WWE to pursue MMA and fucking got rocked. Bobby Lashley, who's currently in WWE, left. Did not do very well. Batista left. Maybe fought 3 or 4 matches, and he may have brought 2-2, 3-1, but he didn't really fight anybody big.
As soon as these boys get punched in the face, you can see their eyes change real quick and go, "Oh, I thought what I was doing was real." Kinda, it's not.
Kurt Angle won an Olympic gold medal with a broken neck.
Right.
He quickly, I think, and don't quote me, I think that he thought about pursuing it, but because of his injuries,
he would have.
He went WWE, and he immediately took to WWE. Real quick.
I mean, if he wouldn't have broke his neck, he's the perfect personality.
I honestly believe he would have been probably one of the better.
Because Ken Shamrock did.
Yeah,
the
well,
Shamrock
he flipped.
brothers were pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Ken Shamrock started as an MMA fighter, then became a WWE star.
Back before drug testing.
Yes. But I think that Ken Shamrock is the perfect example of what's going to happen going forward.
Yeah.
As they get to the tail end of their career, they're going to switch to WWE. I mean, Conor McGregor needs to be a WWE wrestler.
The crazy thing is that he makes so much money. He doesn't even fight. He doesn't even fight, and he makes a ton of money. It's almost like, I don't even know why you WWE. He's already the most famous fighter on the planet.
I mean, Ronda Rousey is doing very well in WWE as on the competitive side,
Yeah.
not behind the microphone because he's not really a personality. But again, you're going to see a lot of these former fighters become WWE superstars.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Skylar. What do you think about that?
Do you think he lasts one round with Holly Holm?
I think I last less than 15 seconds.
15 seconds?
Holly Holm is a kickboxer. She's
Right.
knocking your head off your shoulders.
Yeah.
She beat one of the arguably like the best woman fighter in mixed martial arts history up to that point. Kicked her head off her shoulders. And you're asking me if I could beat her up.
Well, I think it's if you could last one round.
This is like a big like ego.
How long do you go?
Yeah, because I feel like this is like one of those moments where it's like you want me to ask you.
I don't want you to ask me.
How long do you last, Skylar? An hour?
16 seconds.
She taps.
Just long enough.
She taps round 2. I mean, dude,
I don't know. You watch a lot of it. I'm assuming you sit there with your own gloves at home. You're just like, come on, coach, put me in.
God,
Just put me in
dude.
already.
nobody does that.
You sit there shadow boxing.
I mean,
in the
do
living
you
room.
when you watch football, do you toss a football up and down and you're like, God damn,
No.
I just waiting for the cell phone to ring?
No, I sit there and watch my fantasy score.
Yeah, well, that's even dumber than what I do.
I'm
which
not
is
sitting there
just
like,
watch the
God
fucking
damn,
thing.
put me in already.
I just watch the thing, and every once in a while, I check my actual real life bet that I might have going on like fantasy or FanDuel.
Yeah, but you can't go talk shit to the casino. Like,
Why would
I
I-
was fucking right.
See, this is why I go back to your bully, dude. I ain't trying to talk shit. What do I need to talk shit
Fantasy
about?
football is about proving you're better than your friends.
That's why I don't play.
I think you should play. I can open up a slot for you.
Dude, my quarterback's Cam Newton, baby.
Sports!
Sports!